Thank you for telling me. How does the sound now? Didn't realize I had maybe pressed the mute button. Can you guys hear me now? So, if you can hear me now, good, good. Thank you, man. Thank you for. I got my mute button right here. I must have pressed it. So what I was saying was, the Rams have broke the NFL. All teams are, all the competitive teams are going all in. Like the Rams did. Unfortunately, it cost us Von Miller. The Bills gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. $120 million. I think 80 million of it is guaranteed, something like 60 or 80 million of it's guaranteed. But props to them. They want to win. They saw the Rams pointed the way. If you have your key guys signed, you're able to maybe get that Super Bowl in that small window that you have, because you take a few years to develop guys, and they're really good, and then you get other pieces, and now you're trying to get into the Super Bowl party, as far as the final six, final four, final two. And then you end up losing guys in free agency, and then you have to redevelop guys. And so the Rams have developed guys and brought in key studs, free agents, and traded picks away, and it's worked for us. We got a Super Bowl. We got to a Super Bowl before that. So two Super Bowls, in 5 years span is amazing, that we were able to make it too. So teams are all in now. You got Denver all around the league. The Rams have broke the NFL, but yeah, it's amazing. But we're still on the Bobby Wagner watch. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so Brian Smith was thank you for coming in, man. He says, what's going on, Rams brother? Good. I'm good. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming in. I hope you're doing good, and you and your family. Thanks for your hard work keeping us informed on happenings. Thumbs up. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And AMS, thank you for telling me about the sound. Sorry about that. He says, hello for Philadelphia. I've been a Ram fan since '69. Oh, awesome. Rest in peace, Jack Snow. Oh, man. Rest in peace, Jack Snow. Yes, a Rams legend. What's up, Jose JC? What's up, brother? He says, what's up, man? Hopefully we bring in the Wagner and Gilmore, or maybe even Matthew. Yes. The Honey Badger would be awesome. That's one thing about Les Snead and this front office. We're not afraid to make deals. We know that window with Aaron Donald there, and our key guys, Ramsey, Cup, and now we have Brian Allen, Van Jefferson. We have these core guys, Akers, for the next 2 or 3 years, before we have to make tough decisions and extend guys, maybe let guys go a different direction. But their main key guys are there. Matthew Stafford just got extended. So we're all in for the next few years, so it's amazing that, right now, who knows, maybe we'll wake up on Monday and we have Bobby Wagner and Gilmore, or Matthew. So we'll be amazing. Brian Smith says, don't get the Bobby Wagner 15 million a year love. Yeah, that's a lot. I heard that Bobby Wagner is representing himself, and props to him. So maybe that's why things are taking longer. Maybe sometimes agents, kind of say, hey, well, we've already talked to these people, we talked to that people, those people, that direction, and maybe we should just go ahead and go with this here. You're able to get deals, and that's what the Rams offer. Maybe you're able to get deals off of the in the off season. You come to Los Angeles, it's one of the best markets in pro sports. You're able to make money off of the field, in commercials or whatever it is. You're over there on at the Laker game, and they're showing, hey, Cooper Kupp or Stafford or Aaron Donald, Super Bowl champions, are at the Laker game, and so hopefully we'll be able to wake up. And that's the thing about the Rams. Being a fan of this team is the culture that Sean McVay and Les Snead and Kevin Demoff has brought to us. We're very spoiled. We have the one Super Bowl, and we got to another one before that, but we get players and we're not afraid to make moves. We're excited about the season, and we have studs that can get the job done. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Bobby Wagner watch is is going. We'll see what happens with him. I hope we do get him. I know he knows that we can't pay top dollar, but it's a trade-off. You know, you're playing for the Super Bowl champs, and we're trying to run it back. And you know what we offer here. You know, we offer a team that's going to be competitive. We offer a great coach. We a great coaching staff. We have arguably the GOAT defensive line player in recent years, Aaron Donald, Ramsey in the back end. Leonard Floyd is definitely no slouch. My boy Ashawn Robinson was so stout and amazing for us in the playoffs against the run. Gray Gaines, the immortal Gray Gaines, came out of nowhere and played his ass off. And you know, he lived up to that number 91, the legendary Kevin Green number 91. You know, Ernest Jones is ready to take off. You know, he's a really good player. He can become a great player if he keeps improving. You know, so you know, there's a lot to be offered. You know, you take a maybe $5-8 million off the table, but you gain it back in a chance to win the Super Bowl, a chance to have lifetime memories, and a chance to make money off of the field. And also a chance to play with a legendary player. You know, that's the thing too. Like, hey, you know, how many people can say that they played alongside Aaron Donald? We would love to give everybody top dollar, but you got to be real. And I mean, we're the Los Angeles Rams. We're the Super Bowl champions. You know, there's only one team that can say that. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. The Cowboys, the Packers, you know, the Patriots. We're the champs right now, and we're the very best in the world, and that has a lot to be said. You know, when you want to come to us, you know, we're Super Bowl caliber, and we're Super Bowl champions, and now we're trying to run this back. And you got great players all around us, like Von Miller would say. Um, every day coming to practice, it was like being at the Pro Bowl, and that's right. That's a fact. I mean, imagine you're a player and you're grading yourself, and then you look up and you see the leader, Aaron Donald, and the leader on the offense in Stafford and Cup, and they're working their ass off. You know, they're looking at film. They're one of the last ones out, one of the first ones in. Aaron Donald, you know, he works out. I mean, it's a heck of a culture. I mean, this is one of the best cultures ever in the NFL when it comes to both sides of the ball. You know, our leaders being guys that are examples and just, you know, top-notch guys. You know, they don't have any problems like the Deshaun Watsons and all that. You know, all these ladies trying to make him get their justice against what he did. You know, the Browns were so desperate they still signed him. You know, we don't have any of that stuff. You know, I saw this picture here. Somebody posted on social media of the 49ers, and stuff is on clearance, 95% off. I don't know if you can see the sign. I just got a kick out of that. And then I saw this one too on social media. I love it. But yeah, so, you know, it's just a great time. You know, I just wanted to come in. I know it's a Saturday. Everybody, hope everybody is being safe out there, and having a good time. You know, this is a great time to be a Rams fan. And even if you're not a Rams fan, you know, just, you know, spend some time with your family and enjoy football. You know, thank you guys for coming into my channel. If you're not Ram fans, you know, we enjoy talking football. NFC West, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You know, we're all fans of football, and this is the time to just be happy that things are starting to open up in some areas, and hopefully this wave of negativity and stuff with COVID and all that is going to be behind us. But it's still very uh, scary out there, and but things are starting to open up a little bit. But you know, the sports is what we escape to. Like for me, I love sports. I love going to the movies to unwind, you know, take a few hours off of your troubles, and but that's what it's all about, man. You know, my Dodgers, uh, got Freddie Freeman, and we'll see what happens with that. It's just amazing time to be a sports fan, except for my Lakers. Still optimistic, but we've been spoiled. So, even if we don't do anything this year, whenever you have a LeBron James and a AD, um, and we have some decent shooters, maybe they'll get it together and make some kind of run. But you just got to get into the dance and see what happens. What's up, tribe? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. He says, love Wagner, but uh, come back. What did he say? Hold on. I'm sorry. But cornerback, way bigger priority. Yeah, after Ramsey, don't know who's number two cornerback would be. Yeah. It's really too bad that Darius Williams wasn't the Darius Williams from a couple years ago. Um, he was taking off when we played the Seahawks, when we still had golf a couple years ago, when we went into the Packers and lost with Darren Donald was hurt. But in that Seahawks game, he made the pick in the backfield when they're going to do a screen pass, and he read it and went for a touchdown. And he was playing good man defense, and it looked like he was going to be the next star. And he was just okay. I don't know if he was banged up, but it happened to happen in a contract year, and he was serviceable and he was decent at times, and he did play good when Ramsey wasn't able to play. But yeah, secondary, Robert Rochelle is going to need to step up. He's an athletic phenom. I think he has like a 40, is that a 42-inch vertical? He can literally stand up and stand up. He can literally, this is not an exaggeration. If you look up Robert Rochelle jumping on top of boxes or something, just search that on YouTube. The guy can, from a standstill, basically jump on top of your dresser. That's how high he can jump, and those attributes are good for certain things, but that just shows that he's an athlete. He just has to put it together. But yes, hopefully that Robert Rochelle will step into those shoes. We do have decent depth on there, but definitely yes, we maybe we'll draft a guy too, but a lot of the times too, the guys that were there with Darius Williams and we were filling guys in and out when Ramsey didn't play, did get some good experience, and it's just next man up. Unfortunately, we get to the mountaintop and we start losing free agents, and it sucks. It's like, dang, we want to run it back with the same guys, 2 years straight at least. It's not like the old days where you had dynasties, except for the Patriots. They've been able to, before Brady left, they were able to run it back with almost anyone because that their division was so weak. They would automatically have almost the number one seed, and they were good. And Belichick with those defenses, but yeah, I would love to have been able to brought Von Miller back and kept our secondary from a couple years ago when we had Johnny Johnson the third and all those guys. But we just keep losing players as we get better and the years go by. That's why all in is so important, to win in this window of time, because by the time you're ready, look what happens. Look at these guys, the 49ers. They were saying, oh, we're building our team brick by brick, and they gave us a run for our money in the championship game, but ultimately they didn't do what they needed to do, and even building that way didn't get him a Super Bowl, and so it's not a perfect science, but all we can say in the end is that we're the Super Bowl champions. So yeah, I trust Les Snead and the guys. I think we're going to get a few diamonds in the rough. In the draft with our late round picks. I would love for us to get secondary help and also more beef on the offensive line, so we can the teams that give us problems running the ball. We can physically impose our will on them. But the passing game with I hate to see Robert Woods go too. I love the dude. He'll always be a Ram in my eyes, but we can't keep everybody. He's coming off of an ACL. He's going to be coming back, but we got a younger guy that's 6'3" who's gives us another dimension. If you've looked at film of Brian Allen, I'm like, wow, he was one of the better. That was, to me, it's a steal that we got him. I would have loved to have seen everybody. Hopefully, we're going to get OBJ back, but the only thing with him is he's not going to be available until late in the season, October, November, and so basically you're not going to even have him for the regular season. But I would love to have seen Robert Woods, OBJ, Van Jefferson, Brian Allen, all on the same team, and and just it'd be like the old Red Gun almost, with and then Cam Akers running the rock, Daryl Henderson, the other two-headed monster of the run game. It'd almost be like the Red Gun, or the K gun, whatever they called it in the Bills with the old school Buffalo Bill offense with Jim Kelly and the guys. Imagine putting all who are you going to guard? The updated depth chart has David Long. Thank you, Tribe. He says the updated depth chart has David Long as the other starter, but never cared for him. Yeah, David Long is just a guy. But these guys just need to step up. They're there's something to be said for dogs and guys that have skill sets. And but if our guys are willing to work hard and allow themselves to be coached up, and also with our pass rush, we need to pair we need to pair with losing Von Miller. We need to pair Leonard Floyd on the outside and the other side, so our pass rush can cover up some of the deficiencies in the secondary. But it's a long way to go. The draft is coming up, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's just a great time to be a Rams fan and an NFL fan period. It's so exciting. I mean, all the teams, the AFC West is crazy. I can't wait for those games. We play the Raiders, we play them. We play the Denver Broncos, we play the AFC West. I can't wait, but it's going to be amazing seeing all the different players on different teams. That's why I say that the Rams broke the NFL. Everybody's trying to do what the Rams did and go all in, and that's cool. Hey, it is what it is. We at least we got our chip in the bag, and now we're trying to go another one, but at least we got that one out of the way. Jose JC says, need to find a solid edge rusher. Yes, that's what I was trying to spit out. An edge rusher to pair with Leonard Floyd on the other side, because Von Miller is a big hole. You're not going to be able to replace Von Miller, but you can get some good production with Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald doing the heavy lifting and getting them singled up. But yeah, he says need to find a solid edge rusher. I wouldn't mind if we brought in Melvin Ingram, man. That would be awesome. And Juice-On, what's up, brother? He says, hello. What's up, man? Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it on a Saturday. I wasn't sure if I should come in on a Saturday because everyone does things with their family. But I'll be doing more lives here and there. Hey, what's up, my brother Will Miller? Sad we lost Woods, but I'm glad we got Allen Robinson. Yeah, I am too, and I think most Rams fans are sad for Woods to go. I wish we could have kept them all. But that darn salary cap, here's three things that we had to do. So we just won the Super Bowl, right? So that's great. I wouldn't have it any other way. Perfect season. We had to extend Stafford. Okay, so that's number one. And then a number 1A basically is we have to do what's right with Aaron Donald and take care of him, because even though he was not 100% serious that he was going to retire, it's just such to come to this journey and win this Super Bowl, so satisfying, and remember when he was crying on the sidelines when he was hurt against the Packers, and he was helpless because he had that injury in his chest stomach area, and he couldn't play, and he just watched us lose a close game. Well, it was close at times in the Packer game because we couldn't get a pass rush without him in there. And so he was just devastated on the sidelines. So there's nothing he could do. For him to win the Super Bowl the next year and has to get Stafford, I know that he was feeling like, wow, I've already reached the mountaintop, so we had to do what was right with Aaron Donald and pay him what he needs to get paid, and also and show him that we're that franchise, that if you give your blood, sweat, and tears to us, we're going to take care of you, but also be responsible. And then the other thing is we were getting the money together for Von Miller, and the Bills just went all in on us. They did F them picks on us. They offered him more money with poison pills that we couldn't match because we had more things to do. If it was just that we had a couple of guys to sign and Stafford was already extended and Donald already had his money. And the other thing is too is we had the third thing is we have to extend Cooper Cup because he's signed through 2024 and so we gotta he's grossly underpaid for the type of receiver he is now. But we can't do everything in 1 year. But as long as they're you stay credible in your with your teammate, with your players, and you kind of say, "Hey, Wink, Gabe, we're going to take care of you, man." And you look him in the eye, and I know that's not how you do business, but if you show that there's a track record of you taking care of your players, they'll be willing to play for you, and that's what we have here in Los Angeles. Sometimes you can't do everything in 1 year, but that's why we couldn't keep Von Miller because we had more things on the table, unfortunately. But I would have loved to have run it back one more time with him for the whole year. So Will Miller says, I don't know why we usually lose. Yeah, that's just some teams like the 49ers, this team here, and I have that championship shirt, which I cherish along with the championship hat because we beat them in this championship game, and I wear it around proudly. I'm going to have it on the sign here somewhere. Sent back to Santa Clara. But yeah, certain teams give us problems. Just like we can roll out of bed, and no matter how good the Seahawks were, even in the Jeff Fisher era, we can play them good or beat them. Just that's unfortunate. It's the way it goes. But yeah, the Packers. Last year I was willing to play anybody. I didn't care who it was. But when the Niners took them out, I was like, oh, okay, good. Now we'll take the Niners out. But yeah, the Packers always give us a hard time. Yeah, I wish we beat the. Will says, I wish we beat the Packers last year. Yeah, we could have beat them if Aaron Donald wasn't hurt. We could have got more pass rush on him, and if we would have scored some more. But at that time, Jared Goff was in limbo. He had the pin in his thumb, and he still played good. He was a warrior out there. Wolford was chomping at the bit to take his place, and he ended up going out with a concussion. And then he never, and then he's looked horrible the last couple times out. I'm going to ask you guys a question in a second about that. Will Miller says, I really think we can be a dynasty here in LA with all the talent we have. You know what? I don't like to use that word, but I understand what you're saying because with the free agency the way it is, teams can turn on a dime, getting a couple players here and there, But I believe that too. This winning culture, I'll call it, where we can, let's say, hopefully we'll run it back and win back-to-back Super Bowls. But let's say we get into the playoffs and we lose. Let's just say that. I don't want that, but let's just say that. I can see us winning the Super Bowl the next year. Or let's say we get far and we lose, or we lose this year, and the next year, maybe we go into the second round and lose. And I can see us winning the Super Bowl in the next year after that. Or I can see us win a couple of them in a row. It just depends on how it is. But with Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Akers, if he stays healthy, Aaron Donald, and the way that we can get players, the coaching staff that we have, the culture, the sky is the limit. We have just good just as good as chance of anyone. And we've already shown how we play against Tom Brady, and he's not going to play forever. Hey, what's up, Rams and Dodgers? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. And he's telling Will, we only lose to the Packers at Lambeau. Last time we beat them that's right. Yeah, we beat them at the Coliseum. But yeah, at Lambeau, we beat them. We lose at Lambeau, unfortunately. And but yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys this. What do you guys think about John Wolford? Okay, let me say this before I keep going. And Bryce Perkins. So to give you guys a little idea of what I'm talking about. So last year, Bryce Perkins in the preseason looked amazing at times. He flashed that he can play in this league. I know he's playing with backups, so don't give it to me there. But when you see the eye test and you say, wow, this guy's got some moves, he's got some accuracy, he's got a powerful arm, he's got the athletic, he's hurdling guys, he's got good size, Bryce Perkins. So we didn't cut him. We kept him as a third quarterback. John Wolford, I know he's mobile. He's had some decent college years. Pretty good guy. Um, but to me, Bryce Perkins has a bigger ceiling than Wolford. And I know Wolford hasn't had a lot of reps with us, but I just see the two. And I know, again, Bryce Perkins is just going off of what I've seen in preseason, but just the skill set seems higher with Perkins. So I can see Perkins beating Wolford out. I know that we just tendered Wolford a deal, so he's going to be with us. And that's kind of just like, he's our backup quarterback right now and last year, but that's kind of like just keeping him, hey, stay here with us for right now, and we still have Bryce Perkins. We kept Bryce Perkins at their third quarterback because there were reports that the Seahawks were maybe going to get him if we waived him, and to back up because the way he's mobile and to back up Russell Wilson. And look at they're without a quarterback really right now. I know they got that quarterback they have now, but they would have had Bryce Perkins, and Bryce Perkins can do some damage. I would have loved to see Bryce Perkins with our number ones, with Cooper Kupp and all those guys. Brian Allen and Van Jefferson and Higbee. That looks to be the future. I can see him beating out John Wolford for our backup job. What do you guys think about that? About Bryce Perkins and John Wolford? What do you guys think about who do you think would be better as our backup? And Beast Ninja 7, what's up, brother? He says Rams 2023 champs. Yes, man. That would be awesome. Hopefully we can run a few together. Kurt Warner, what's up, brother? He says, go Rams. Let's go back to back. That's right, man. But back to back would be awesome. That's what we're trying to do. I really love this front office. They're not afraid to make a move. I hate to have lost Robert Woods, but they think that not that he's a better player, but he gives us a different dimension in our offense. Brian Allen, 6'3" guy, big target, a couple years younger, chomping at the bit to have a good quarterback. I mean, this guy had like 100 and some pass catches, 1,200 yards or 1,500 yards with the Bears, and they've had horrible quarterbacks. And and imagine with Matthew Stafford. I mean, imagine if we were able to re-sign OBJ and you have these guys. And I like the factor that he's 6'3", is a little bigger target. And so and hopefully Jacob Harris can break out, and maybe Tutu can be a gadget guy and to be able to get a step up to this level and be. Remember, they're both there too. They both got hurt, and Jake Don't Fake the Funk as our fullback and special teams guy. We'll see what happens, but things are out very good, man. I think you got to put your sunglasses on because the future's so bright with us. I'm so happy and elated that we're in this point right now. Kurt Warner says, I think they're both good, but I hope we choose the right guy. Yeah, me too. But I'm really bullish on Bryce Perkins. I really am looking forward to whoever. I hope that we don't make any moves where somebody wants him and we get rid of him or we release him. I don't think so, because we kept him this last year, a third quarterback. But I look forward to seeing the battles, and I would love to see Bryce Perkins with our number ones, to watch him. To add a mobile quarterback, kind of like the 49ers trying to do with Trey Lance, with the mobile quarterback. When things break down, your quarterback can take off. But I'm really high on Bryce Perkins. Jose JC says Brian Allen is center. You mean Allen Robinson? Oh, am I saying Brian Allen? I'm sorry. Yes, wide receiver Allen Robinson. Sorry about that. I didn't even realize I was doing that. Yes, sorry. 6'3", 6'3" Allen Robinson. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry about that. Allen Robinson. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me, man. I appreciate it. Elijah Bonds, what's up, bro? Thank you for coming in. I've been a Ram fan since I was 6, because I like their logo and uniforms. Best in the NFL. That's awesome, brother. That's sometimes that's how it works out, man. You see, like, man, I really dig that team. I like those unis, man. I like that player. That's how it starts. But awesome, brother. Welcome aboard. Thank you for choosing the Rams. This team, if you ever get a chance to look at the history of the team, and it's amazing. They got a bunch of firsts. first team in the NFL to have their home playoff games televised. First team to have first team to have a scouting department. First team to average 30 points a game. First team to score over 500 points. Amazing. This on down the road. Brian Smith says, "How long will Raheem and Liam Cohen last before they are poached?" You know what? It's funny because I wasn't a big Raheem Morris fan. I didn't like some of the things where he was moving Ramsey around or not doing things with our defense because it started off sluggish. If you remember with Von Miller when he first got there, but he kind of grew on me, and I'm not afraid to say that maybe I was wrong. We won the Super Bowl. That's not why I'm saying that. I'm just seeing that the adjustments that he made finally in the championship in the championship game, but also in the 18th the 18th week, the last game against the Niners where we just lost. Some of the adjustments that he made from those two games. Yeah, I'm surprised. Probably next year, maybe. Surprised that he wasn't poached. Anytime you have a cup of coffee with McVay and they're coming off of a Super Bowl, the teams want to get them. The McVay coaching tree is amazing. Willie Bone, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. He says, "Hello, Ramley. What's up, my brother?" Wilma says, "I think our O-line is still pretty good." Yeah, our O-line is really good. No Boom has to stay healthy. He's replacing Big Wit, who God bless him. So glad that we got him the ring, and I wish him well. And he's such a great guy too, winning the Walter Payton Humanitarian Award. Amazing guy. But yeah, Brian Allen, No Boom replacing Big Wit, and I hope that we're able to. It's hard because we don't have a lot of draft picks early, but that we have some guys that we can rotate in there because we had injuries a couple years ago, but and they got some experience. But I would love more beef along the line so we can impose our will. But I prefer a pass offense, but you have to balance it out. Will Miller said it's an exciting time to be a Ram fan. That's right, man. It is. This is our time. Let's see here. Sorry. What's up, Ivan? Ivan Romanvu. Romanvu. Wait, hold on. I'm getting the wrong butchering your name. Sorry, brother. Oh, Romanov. Hope I didn't butcher it too much. What's up? Hey, Ramilia, he says, "I'm a Rams fan from Russia." Hey, God bless you, man. And God bless you and your family from Russia. Amazing. God bless you and your family. Hope everyone's safe and everything's okay. He says, "My cousin worked for the Rams in 2013 and 14 as an assistant." Oh, awesome. Oh, that's amazing. He says, "Go Rams." Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's amazing to know somebody that did that. That's awesome, man. And thank you for coming for my stream, man. I appreciate it. I'll be doing more of these as the time goes on. I thought I'd come in on a Saturday and see how it went. I hope everyone's doing good with their families and everything. Jose JC says, "I think they'll move Coleman and Sheldon to right guard since Austin Corbett left." Yeah, Austin Corbett. It's one of those things where we can't keep everybody, but he was, God bless our offensive line, man. They really, when the money was on the line, they really did what they had to do and gave him the top, that no look pass, that Stafford did a cup, that amazing pass. They did just enough to give him the time, and so it's going to be it's going to be a little rough in the beginning because we don't play our starters in the preseason for safety reasons. But I think we'll be fine with our offensive line. We have a good offensive line still. Elijah Bond says, "We got fans all over the world." Yes, we do, man. The Romelia is all over the world. I have fans, and God bless them, that came in and they commented on some of my videos, and I appreciate them from Guam, Hawaii, Vietnam, all over. And now this brother here, this Ram brother here, is from Russia, and amazing. Yeah, Wilmer says, "I love our O line." Me too, man. It starts with the O line. And Jonathan Garcia, what's up, brother? He says, I'm Vegas born Ram fan. Oh, awesome, brother. Las Vegas, awesome. Yeah, we have them all over, man. The Ramelia is all over the world. I remember back in the day, um, the Rams were in the championship game in the late '80s, and we had Ram fans in New York, and they showed as the TV was going to commercial, and the Rams beat the New York Giants in the playoffs. You see a bunch of Ram fans like taking off their sweatbands and gloves and giving them to like 3 rows back of Ram fans in New York, and but they're all over the place. It's amazing, the Ramelia. Jonathan Garcia says Marcus Peters is great. Yeah, Marcus Peters did really good for us. North Dallas 40, what's up, brother? He says, is Honey Badger an option? You know what? With this team, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they evaluate that Robert Rochelle and the other guys that are filling in are not up to snuff. Um, I can see them kind of like a younger, look at the move that we made with genius move, by the way. Um, Hold on one second. Getting a veteran guy like that. Let me check something really quick. The one thing about us is we're always willing to get guys that we think will help our team, whether it's a big name, even taking a guy off of the scrap heap. So, well, not the scrap heap, off of the retired listing, like we did last year. Um, uh, I wanted to see something in their depth real quick. And also too, Johnny Hecker's not going to be with us again next year. Uh, you know, um, he's fallen off in the last couple of years, but he's a great guy. I'm glad that he was able to get his ring. That's one thing that I'm grateful um, for him. Also, one of the original St. Louis Rams, and a great guy. We would always do the trick plays with him, and when we had Bones as our special teams coordinator. Um, and Yeah, so we have Terrell Burgess, safety. The guys like Blake Countess, Dante Dion. I thought that he might be able to do something, but with these guys, they're good. They're good. I don't want to say second tier players, but they're decent players. That's one thing that we've been able to do is keep the cupboard full with serviceable players that can um, fill in. And but the only thing is, when you play a whole season with them, that's the thing, that you have to worry about. But yeah, so we took off. So we, the Honey Badger would be a decent signing, be kind of like an Eric Weddle type thing, where you bring a guy that comes in to help call the plays. And Eric Weddle was amazing. Basically take him from the barbecue in the backyard, but he stayed in shape, and he was very instrumental. It was an amazing, magical year that we can do that. Imagine that. Eric Widow gets a phone call, and they say, "Hey, are you in shape?" And he's like, "Yeah." What do you mean? And they basically get to it. We need you, man. We need you to come in. And he talks it over with his wife, and they brought him in, and he made some plays, especially in the Super Bowl and the championship game against the 49ers. he helped to get in there, and he messed up his shoulder, and he was Ram tough, and he had him tied up, and amazing. Um, let's see. So uh, Brian Smith says, anybody know how much cap space we have at the moment? 17 million question mark. I'll check for that right now. Will Mother says, I love Johnny, and actually came to my brother's high school in St. Louis, and will always give back to the community. He has been falling off a bit, but I always love. Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy. That's one thing about this Ram team is we have a lot of character guys that are great, and they're great in the community. So it's tough to get rid of players like that. But yeah, but I'm glad he got his ring though. And I love the trick plays and special teams. Will says, yeah, he was amazing. North Dallas 40 says, what will become of Tutu Atwell? Will he make the roster or be cut? That's what I was saying earlier. North Dallas 40. Tutu Atwell, in my opinion, he didn't get a lot of chances, but it didn't look like he was ready to be the Tutu Atwell in college on the stage here. It looked like it was a little bit too big for him, but we'll see. Maybe he's been having a year on the bench. He's a little more chomping at the bit, so to speak, or ready to show what he can do. Because I mean, you look around and you're like, man, I want to get in on the fun, So I can see him being kind of like our Oz Hakeem, gadget plays, maybe our version of Cheetah. Runs a plays isolation where he can just be in open field and get going. I don't trust him on kick returns though. Let's just leave Brandon Powell there. I don't trust him yet on kick returns. He's kind of seems a little sketchy there catching the ball in tough situations. But Jacob Harris is the other guy that I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. In camp he was doing jump balls and playing great. But I would love to see him translate that to the field. And then Brian Smith says Weddle is an example of a guy who wants to win, cares less about the salary. That's exactly right, Brian Smith. And he was amazing. North Dallas 40 says, are you happy with Brian Schroenick? No, he's on my S list. North Dallas 40. Ben Schroenick, wide receiver, came out of Notre Dame, and I'm a USC fan, so I already don't like him. No, I'm just kidding. I would say this, and he was like to me, his body shape, the way he looked in a couple of games in preseason too. I said, he's kind of like a poor man's Cooper Kupp, meaning that he looked like he can run decent routes. He looked like he had decent hands. He had good size, okay speed, but he totally laid a turd when we needed him. The ball that went off of his hands in the championship game where it should have been caught. Okay, mistakes happen. And then in the Super Bowl, we needed him. And over the middle, off of his hand, interception in the Super Bowl. So he's on my S list. He can come back, hopefully, but he's highly regarded to be the third or fourth receiver, behind Van Jefferson, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, he's on my S list. I wouldn't be surprised if we traded him or cut him. But I don't want him. I don't think we will. I would like for him to make it back, but I don't trust him right now. I'll just say it that way. What's up, Mike Huffman? Thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. This team is so deep at all positions. It is. There's a few positions that we need to shore up, but yeah, I understand the idea. And let's see. And he says Jeff is right. Jeff is all right. Yeah. Willie Bowen says my error. You were right, Brian. It was Willie. Flipper Anderson. Yeah, the Flipper Anderson. I love Flip. I have a Rams sweatshirt of Flipper Anderson, a hoodie. One of my favorite players all time. Awesome player. North Dallas 40. Let's see. Juice Zone says Van Jefferson is good, but not as good as Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Van Jefferson, he shows flashes that he's going to be a star in the league, but he's still young. So, with Woods being there the last couple of years, that he's been under the tutelage with Kupp, the way he works, and Stafford, the way they go over film and stuff, I can see him improving big time. But there's a couple plays where he doesn't go after the ball in the Super Bowl. Stafford's saying, "Go to the end zone," and he throws it up. And at that point, he's basically saying, "I'm going to give you a jump ball. Go get it at the highest arc." And he kind of was falling back and wasn't ready for it. Even if you have to knock it away, but Stafford's basically saying, "I want to make a play here. Let's do this." And he kind of was falling back. So some of those things I would love for him to shore up and get better at. There was a play on the sidelines where Stafford threw and he kind of made a half-ditch effort. There's a guy who covered him pretty good, but he kind of like one-handed. He didn't make a great effort to catch it, but he's shown flashes that he can be pretty good. He is very good, but I mean the next level good, like a number 2 receiver. But we'll see what happens. He's still young, but yeah, I get your point on that one. Um, uh, And North Dallas 40 says, how would the Cohen affect how would Liam Cohen affect the offense? I think we're going to be uh, uh, we're going to open it up more. We can't forget about the run, but I think we're gonna have more passing schemes. Year 2, and just because it's year 2 with McVay and Stafford, they're going to open up the play. They're going to go to page 10 and 12 now. So to speak. I think we're going to be Stafford's number is going to be crazy. I know that we have to run. We're going to run, but man, the guy threw for what 5,000 yards. 41 touchdowns. I mean, it's going to be amazing. It's a great time to be a Ram fan. It's exciting. I love the run game, but it's exciting when your offense can just open it up and get on somebody's ass. Um, let's see here. Baylor messed up your bracket, Will. North Valley says, I've watched Super Bowl 56 many times, and I scream at the TV. We should have won by 20. Yeah, first of all, I understand your sentiment, North Dallas 40. We'll take the win. But if OBJ didn't get hurt, and if Robert Woods was there, but if OBJ didn't get hurt, he was working on winning the MVP. We were up 14-3, and I didn't see them stopping us. And then imagine if Higbee was there. But yeah, yeah, I would have loved to have just cruised to the win, but it's fine. The way it went, Stafford was able to show what he can do on the big stage. That no look for that no look pass to Cup on the game winning drive is NFL lore and history and feather in his cap. So yeah, I would love to have got a blowout, but at least that did that for Stafford because he deserves it. Um, um, Jose JC says Ben Schroenick was a rookie. He will bounce back from the mistake. Yeah, I think so too. But oh man, and you know how we felt when the ball bounced off his hands at the championship game, and then when the interception, I'm just like, oh no, So, but yeah, guys can come back from their mistakes. But he's on my S list right now, and we'll see what happens. But I'm sure he feels bad about it, and he wants to make amends. But yeah, yeah. So, Will Miller, I'm a USC football fan and basketball. I know that USC is normally the power when it comes to basketball and Southern California. He says, Will Miller says USC or UCLA. I think UCLA probably will win, but I'm a USC fan for football, so I'll go with USC. Um, and Will Miller says a good running back would be nice. Yeah, Cam Akers, hopefully he'll come back fully. I know he was about 85%, 90% of what he was maybe because he came back so fast, but he was instrumental. I'm so happy for him that he helped us get that Super Bowl because he was a big factor, even though he wasn't 100%. North California says, who will replace Miller? We need an edge to complement. Yeah, we don't know yet. If we go in a different direction and we have to give Bobby Wagner a little more money than we wanted to, we'll have to go, we'll figure things out. Move guys around. I've seen Donald go on the edge, but we'll get some play. This one thing about these guys, this front office is we'll figure it out. You don't replace a Von Miller, but you, as everybody knows, but but you try to get some production to make it a dangerous, for the quarterback to hold the ball, and we'll figure it out. I really hope that we get Bobby Wagner, and Gilmore would be awesome, but we can't have everybody. But yeah, that's what that. See, I was hoping we're going to get Dante Fowler back at a good price. That's what I was hoping, but no, he didn't. It didn't work out. But we'll see what happens. But hey, what's up, Jamal? He says, "What's up, Ramelia? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it, man." Um, North Dallas 40 says, Khalib Williams. I love Khalib Williams. Yes, yes. Isaac Frost. I'm sad my Bengals lost, but I'm used to being like, no, brother. You know what? Let me tell you something. Um, that Bengals team surprised me. I'm gonna say it this way. I know that you guys were a great team. You guys deserved to win the Super Bowl. It's a young team though, so that's where the team had issues because you're young and you're hungry, but you make mistakes. And there was some place nobody plays perfect, but beating the Kansas City Chiefs twice is amazing that you guys did, and you got to the Super Bowl, and the offensive line was your Achilles heel. But no, man, don't live and die with your team, man. Don't you guys be proud that you lost the Super Bowl. I know exactly how you feel when we got to the Super Bowl in 2018 and we scored 3 points. And and mostly it was because Todd Gurley wasn't himself. He was basically half of the player he was as far as explosiveness. And Cooper Kupp, amazing year that he had this year, wasn't even available to us because he was hurt. And the couple of plays Jared Goff was late on for deep touchdowns to Cooks, and there was another touchdown that we didn't get the call on towards the end zone. It happens, but no, man, it was a great year for you guys, man. Keep your head up, brother. You guys will be in the mix for a long time. You got a young quarterback, and your front office is good, man. So keep your head up, brother. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Grandster 12, what's up, brother? He says, hey, Remilia, how long have you been on? I refreshed my page and it says you were live. I didn't get. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I've been on. I was a little bit late, so maybe about 7 after, 10 after 1. But thank you, man. I appreciate you looking for my videos. I was having a problem with my screen back here. I couldn't get it to go, and I go, forget it. And then I got it, and then I went on live. I like to post my pics back there. This is one of my favorite ones here on social media. um, but but yeah, but thank you for coming in, Brett Gadger 12. I appreciate it, brother. He says, have you been going live since the last 2 weeks ago? Last time I seen you. No, I don't think it was. I think it was about the last time. So thank you for asking. I will be going on live more. I was saving it for Bobby Wagner news, and it hasn't come yet. So I guess he's represented himself as an agent. So maybe the teams are giving him similar offers, and he says, well, you know what? I might as well just go to the Rams, and I get to play with AD. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking. The Bobby Wagner watch is going right now still. So I was hoping to save it for that, but I'll be on more often. I wanted to come on a Saturday and see how it went with everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. And Isaac Frost says, I predicted 43-30 Rams, but we were close, but our O-line is bad. Yeah, man, your O-line played good in the beginning, though. And they did a heck of a job. But you know what, man? Aaron Donald and Von Miller and Leonard Floyd and then Gray Gaines, Ashawn Robinson, man. I'm a Ram fan, and I'm not being a homer, but I tell you this, they're fierce, man. So forget about what people are saying about your offensive line. They played good in the beginning. But you know what? It just wore on them, but there's nothing to be ashamed about or upset about the O-line because those guys are fierce, man. And it's a Super Bowl, so. But you know what? You guys got to the Super Bowl, man. There's nothing to you're AFC champions, man. So just be proud of your team, brother, because you guys did a heck of showing, and the sky is the limit for you guys. It's just tougher now with all those teams in the AFC, but it's going to be fun times. It's going to be a grazing, amazing matchups on the AFC. So keep your head up, brother. Don't worry about that. You guys already improved your offensive line, so we'll see what happens next year. And thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it. If you guys can, hit the like and subscribe button so you get alerted. Hopefully you get better alerts. Maybe I'll do more lives more often, maybe twice a week, so that way the alerts start working right with the algorithm on the YouTube. Not exactly sure how it works, but maybe that's what's going on. Grander 12 says the Super Bowl where both teams deserve to win. A lot of good players that are very likable. Yeah, man. In the story with Big Wit playing against the team that cut him, and you always have to cut guys a little sooner than you want to, i.e. Robert Woods, for us. But yeah, exactly. Great point. Tribe says Terrell Lewis and or Grant might leave to might. Well, okay, Terrell Lewis and or Grant. Sorry. Okay, so Tribe says Terrell Lewis and or Grant might have to step up. No, they're going to have to step up because we can't sign everybody, but I expect them to, because when you have this kind of winning culture and these coaches, they're looking at film and they're working on their deficiencies, even if they're not an all pro, they're serviceable and they can make plays. So yeah, I look for them to step up. Jose JC says the Chiefs are in salary cap hell thanks to Pat. Man, that's crazy. Who would have thought? I mean, we feel bad losing Robert Woods. I mean, in our mind, and rightly so, he's a heck of a loss for us. We hate it personally and we hate it as a player and what he offers to us. But losing Cheetah, wow. So yeah, they're in salary cap hell. So that's why I'm so elated and amazed at this front office that we still have the guys that we do, and we're still giving money to extending Stafford and getting money for Von Miller if we can re-sign him, and we're gonna extend Donald, and then we're gonna take care of Cooper Kupp. Well, we just signed Allen Robinson. Amazing. But yeah, that's amazing. I couldn't believe that. Brian Smith, he's talking. Brian Smith is at Northwest Folia. Benny Sko is our version of DK Stonehands Metcalf. He was, but he's a better player than that. But yeah, he's on my S list, man. He can do it. He can do it. I know that he's a better player than that, but it's kind of like, what are you doing? Come on, man. I need you, brother. Come on. If you drop that ball in the championship game, that's one thing. But here we're in the Super Bowl. If you have to dive for the ball, grab it. Don't let it bounce off your hand. Come on, dude. So anyway, we won we won, but it's okay. He's got to show up now. Grander Travis says, Ramila, can you show us the Rams Super Bowl gear that you got? Either gear that you got online or I'll do a video. I'll do a video on that. I got 2 black jerseys. I'll check this out. I got this see if it shows up right. This bracelet, as I came on, I was running some errands. Cool bracelet, it snaps on. There's a vendor not too far from here where they have like a Saturday like a flea market, and he has jerseys there. Maybe I'll do a video. He had some cool jerseys, even Kobe Bryant jerseys and other stuff, but Ram jerseys, Donald, he had everybody go, man, you're gonna make these. I'm already spending too much money, but yeah, I'll do a video. Grander 12. I'll make a video and show you guys. I got all kinds of little stuff too. I got these cooler holders. Check this out. So I should say for my video, check this out. So at the Super Bowl, they were wearing these things here, right? This lanyard, and on the front here, there's a light here. So at that great, wonderful, amazing halftime show, there's a battery, and this light here, they'd wear it around their neck, and this light here would light up during that halftime show. You don't have control of it. Something, the signal at the stadium controls it. So I got that, and then I'm gonna have a poster in the back of the halftime guys, Snoop Dogg and all them, and so I got some other stuff coming in, but you know, but thank you for asking. I got this stuff here, my banner. Hold on. My We got this towel at the parade, the world champions. My sister got it for me, and then I got this little towel here. Um, but yeah, and then this little thing here, I just happen to just put it on here, this little lanyard, Super Bowl lanyard. But I'll do a video. I have my two jerseys too. I got this shirt here, not Super Bowl, but the championship game. That's one of my favorite items because we beat the Niners. But yeah, okay. So but thank you for. I will make a video about it. Thank you for. I didn't think about that, but thank you. Uh, 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 Isaac Frost is still proud of the season we had, but tough to lose big games. But it was a good game. Yeah, it is tough, man. But keep your head up, man. You guys are AFC champions. Nothing nothing to be have your head down about, man. You guys have many more chances to and just enjoy the season that you had too, because we want to win the Super Bowl, yes, but enjoy it though, man. You guys are AFC champions, and nothing to be sad about. Willie Bowen says if Bobby Wagner doesn't sign up with the LA Rams, then the uh, then sorry, then the linebackers from the practice squad could be pass rush. Yeah, we have guys that we can fill in. I hated to lose a Brooklyn or what, the Obuku. Can't say his name, but I hated to lose him. A couple years ago, we lost Abucom, and we always find somebody. We might even draft somebody, but as long as you're playing with Aaron Donald and you have if you have a decent skill set as far as speed and power and agility, you're going to get one-on-ones, and with Aaron Donald in there causing havoc, you'll be effective. You're not going to be a Von Miller, but you can be effective. Um, uh, let's see. Let's see here. Will Miller says, if we want to win more Super Bowls, we can't underestimate any team. That's right. We can't underestimate any team we play. I think we learned that the hard way during the season too. Um, uh, we can't underestimate the teams that we should beat. Jose JC says, I was upset we traded Woods for a 6th-round pick, but at least they came up to him and asked him which team he wants to go. Yeah, the 6th-round pick thing, I was like, what? At least we can get a 3rd-rounder. But that was mostly a salary cap dump where they're taking his salary cap and taking it off of our books. But I still think too, like you said, we could have got at least a 3rd-rounder, you know. But but yeah, that is good that we did that for him. Jose JC says, okay, yeah, so we got that. Graduate 12 says, Ramila, how upset were you when Von Miller chose not to sign with the Rams? In the words of George Lopez, that uh Masputo, he says, JK, just kidding. Well, I said before, like I'll say this. I wasn't upset. I was disappointed because he's the big loss. But I understood, like I said, I will always be in appreciation for Von Miller helping us win the Super Bowl here in Los Angeles. God bless him. I'll always be thankful to him. And also, he helped Aaron Donald be the leader that he is, because Aaron Donald wasn't much of a vocal leader as much, but he showed him a different way because he's a veteran, and it's going to make Aaron Donald a better player in the end. I was disappointed, still am, but I understood. I mean, you got to go get that. You got to secure that bag, so to speak, for yourself and your family. So to speak, for yourself and your family. So, but yeah, I was disappointed, but I appreciate that we got that Super Bowl. So, I props to him. But yeah, North Dallas 40 says, who sells Super Bowl patches for your jersey? Now I I see him on eBay and places like that, or Etsy. Etsy has Super Bowl patches, and they're they're not bad. They're sewn patches that you can iron on and all that stuff. This is annoying me. I'm gonna have to secure it better. Whatever. Uh, Etsy, you can find them there. North Dallas 40. You can probably get it there, and they tell you what size you are and everything. You just iron them on, put them on. Wilmer says I got a Super Bowl Rams shirt signed by Von Miller. Oh, awesome! 140. What a steal! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I really love Vaughn. I love the character that he was. Besides a player, he's such a big character. You know, he goes on the conferences with the cowboy hat and all this fancy, and he's got just he's a character. And then, but when he's ready to play, he's a beast. But he does all these fun things. If you ever see videos of him with the team, he's a character. Sticking his tongue out here, and I love the guy, man. I wish we could have played more years with him, man. God, I wish we could have got him one more year, but it's fine. I always be I always be thankful to him for coming with helping us win that Super Bowl. But that's awesome. Wilmer says NFL website sells them. I think I'm not sure. I haven't seen a official NFL website sell the patch. I'm not sure. So if they do, that's good. Let us know about that next time you come in. Granger 12 says, drop a video in the future of all the gear you get over the summer. Yeah, I will, brother. And like I said before, I have a lot of stuff in the can that I'm going to be posting now soon. I'll probably wait until after the draft, and hopefully we'll get Wagner or some more news. But I have a lot of videos in the can, so to speak, that are ready to be posted. So I will be posting more stuff. So hang with me, guys. And I'm going to be having this summer. I'm going to be having my graphics up so I can show your guys' post on here with hopefully I'm going to have Donald on the bottom here or Stafford, when somebody has a super chat or something and doing some stuff. I really love how my Niner brother Niner Sickness does his graphics on his channel. I really think that's cool. So but I will be doing that. But thank you, man. I will be doing a video soon about that. Will Miller says, I have every Rams Super Bowl and conference hat. Oh, that's awesome. And I have them too somewhere. But yeah, I do too. But it's awesome having that stuff. Will Miller says, I just buy the jerseys with the patches already. Yeah, me too. But sometimes if you already have one, like I have a Kurt Warner jersey, and I have to put the patch on it, but I had already bought it. So that's why he's asking too. But there also too, you can get a nice looking sweatshirt and just put the patch on it yourself, instead of paying $80 for the official or whatever. Because sometimes I see some, man, that'd be a cool Rams. That's a cool hoodie or whatever. That'd look cool with the Rams patch here and the Super Bowl patch. Sometimes you can do that stuff yourself, customize it. But hey, what's up, my brother Tommy Huxley? What's up, brother? Uh, Tommy Huxley is my Niner brother and USC brother. He's a passionate Niner fan. He's a good dude, and we would go back and forth back in the day. And we're buds now. And he's my Niner brother and my USC pal. We're both USC fans, and his family is all in USC too. So props about him for coming in. Thank you, brother, for coming in. North Dallas 40 says, will Bryce Hopkins make the roster? I think so. It just depends how much the cap hits. I think he's not going to cost too much. I would love to have him come back. Willie Bowen says the LA Rams could have won in the Super Bowl in '79. Window Tyler, man, you're going to make my eyes tear up with this remembering. As a kid, I every time I watched the highlights of that Super Bowl, it's kind of like the 2001 Super Bowl. I kind of wish there was a different outcome. You're like, maybe we're gonna win. You wish that could happen. But yeah, he says Willie Bowen says the LA Rams could have won the Super Bowl in 1979. Window Tyler and fullback Cullen Bryant fumbling the ball on the goal line. The Rams had the ball was intercepted from the pass of Aragon. But I see that also too. Safety Nolan Cromwell, who ended up being an All-Pro and Pro Bowl player. There was a play where Terry Bradshaw had a bad game and they won because of that defense, and we had an inexperienced quarterback. But at Ferragamo, even though he played good for the most part, but there's a couple plays he missed. The ball was here and he dropped it. He would have had a pick six called Nolan Cromwell. And then Ferragamo went for the pass over the middle, and Billy Waddy's running like this down the sidelines. If he would have just looked up and saw them, touchdown, touchdown. That's 14 more points. So yeah, man, I see Billy Waddy going like this, and Ferragamo opts to go to the middle, and then they tip it up, and Lambert tips it up, intercepts it. But he had Billy Waddy down the sidelines wide open. And then Nolan Cromwell missed a pick six, or at least we would have been in scoring territory. But yeah, and the same thing with the 2001 Super Bowl. You know, when you see Ricky Pro dive into the end zone and we tied it, and I'm like, we got to sack him here. Let's get the ball back. But yeah, that's what makes the sports amazing. You know, it's not guaranteed. You got to win when you have to, and it's not like baseball where you can lose the first two games and you can come back and win a series. You know, Granted Trust says, Amelia, did you tell them to mount up? Not yet at the end. Thank you for asking. Tom, my boy Tom actually says, I hope USC can compete this season. Man, I'm looking forward to it, Tommy. I like this coach, man. We finally got a coach on USC football side. And so I'm looking forward to it. I wouldn't expect anything less. And he has a lot to live up to. They live up for. They give him a lot of money, and I think he's going to do it. I wouldn't expect a whole lot the first year. I expect some wins, but in the next couple years, I see us getting back on top. So we'll see what happens. Willie Bowen says the LA Rams should sign more football players from USC. I would have loved to have Tufanga. The Niners got him, but we have, I'm fine with the guys that we got. We won the Super Bowl, but I love Tufanga. He's a ball hawk. He's one of the guys that his stats don't go out at you, like his speed and this and that, but he's a ball hawk, and I'd rather have him than, like, say, a Taylor Rapp. Props to Taylor Rapp. He's a good guy, but at times he makes me pull my hair out. And he's a Ram, and so I back him up. But I love Tufanga. But yeah, I get the idea. And then Rams and Dodgers. Here we go. Rams super fan. What's up, bro? Thank you for coming in. I want that third ring. Yes, man, that'd be awesome. Rams and Dodgers. He says he got emojis. Ram emoji, Ram emoji, Ram emoji, Ram emoji, ring. Yes. Michael Minta, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. Marcus Peters, that guy was constantly in the hospital, burned after games when he was on the. He played some good games too, but we didn't get the Marcus Peters that he was with the Ravens. With Aqib Talib, they were kind of a disappointment, but it was exciting when we got him. At least we tried. But yeah, he played a little better than when we got rid of him. But they were okay. We got to the Super Bowl. Tommy Huxley says 2 rings. Is better than Seattle Scumhawks. Yeah. And the time says, I stole that from Zaki Boy from Canada. Willie Bowen says, I want the LA Rams to win 5 Super Bowl rings. Yeah, man, it's going to be hard though, man. Look at my boy Tommy Huxley's team, 49ers. They have those 5 rings, but it's been a struggle to get the 6th one. It's hard to win a Super Bowl. Look at us. We won the Super Bowl, right? Now we don't have this guy no more. We're missing Witt retires, and so it's hard to keep the teams together to do that, So, but I would love it. Yes, I would love it. But I can tell you this, and honestly, I'm not just being dumb about it. If the Rams were not to win again, because the way we won, beating our rivals from San Francisco at home in SoFi Stadium, the way we won with Stafford doing the no-look pass, we got Stafford after trading golf, won the Super Bowl in LA, had a Super Bowl in LA parade. I've told you guys before, I'm a Disneyland pass holder or key holder, so the Rams Cup, Stafford and Donald went to Disneyland, and I already had reservations for that day, and so I went and I saw them there. I saw a glimpse of them there. A lot of Ram fans were there. They celebrated the Rams, and so now whenever I go to the Rams Disneyland parks and I see Niner fans or other teams that go, "Oh, welcome to the Rams house," because they've never done a parade for any other team except for us. And then in Los Angeles, the on the mountain, the Hollywood sign, they changed it to Rams house. I mean, if we were not to win again in my lifetime, it'd be sad, but I'd be happy that we were able to win it in Los Angeles after coming back as a SoCal fan. Amazing. Like I said before, jokingly, I could die today and I'd be happy that we were able to get this chip finally in Los Angeles. That's the one thing that the Raiders cannot claim is that they didn't win. They won in Los Angeles, yes, but they didn't win in their home stadium. And they didn't change the Hollywood sign to Raider Nation or whatever. They changed it to Rams House. And plus, we have our own stadium. They didn't have their own stadium. They were using the Coliseum. But anyway, so enough about them. But yeah, so like I said, I would love to have all those chips. Yes, definitely win more. Tribe says the Devontae Adams was huge for us. Thought Packers were our biggest threat. No reason why we shouldn't go back. I Aaron, I can't even get it out. So we were going to get Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if a lot of you know that. A lot of you guys do, but we were going to get Aaron Rodgers. We kicked the tires, because the coach there is in this McVay coaching tree. And we were like kicking the tires, like, hey, look here, we have some draft picks. We'll give you this, and we'll give you Jared Goff if you take his contract off the books. And we know that Aaron Rodgers wasn't happy about you signing Love. We'll take him off your hands and give you these picks and Jared Goff, and you can do whatever you want with Goff or whatever they discussed. And so we kicked the tires on that, and they said no, right? Only for Aaron Rodgers to be a diva and God's problems. And, last year before camp, and, they ended up playing good, but we ended up getting Matthew Stafford and it worked out. So glad that we got Matthew Stafford. The guy plays through injuries. He's a team guy. The guy is a great dude, man. So glad it worked out that way. I'm so glad that we didn't get that guy, Aaron Rodgers. He's a heck of a player. You can't take nothing away from him. But I don't like him, so I'm glad that we didn't get him. But yeah, Devontae Adams, my point was because he took all that money, they couldn't afford to sign his crime partner, his partner in crime in Devontae Adams, his go-to guy. And so now look at him, so you get what you asked for, brother. You got all the money. Now you got nobody to throw to. You got decent guys, but not like that. Let's see. So sorry, I fell behind the chat. I'm getting to chatting too much over here. I'm chatty Kathy over here myself. Tom says, yes, Rudy, I love that coach signing. Yeah, USC, man. I'm looking forward to this coach, see what he does. The USC Trojans football team. Ram fan says, never know. We could get 5. It's possible. Yeah, I'm going to say this. If we were to get 5, I would be amazed. Because, well, we technically we have 2 Super Bowls and 2 NFL championships. And so, we won a championship in 1951, Los Angeles Rams won an NFL championship. That's what they called it. And then the Cleveland Rams, before that, Cleveland Rams, 1945 Rams won a NFL championship. So technically we have 4 NFL titles, but it's not Super Bowls. So we have 2 Super Bowls and 2 NFL championships. So it would be this Super Bowl was our second championship, won in LA technically as the Los Angeles Rams. So, but yes, so it would be wonderful to have 5 Super Bowl rings and 2 NFL championships. But yeah, it's weird how they don't count that though, because the Packers did all that heavy lifting. They call it Title Town USA. They won all those NFL championships, and they have them in the banners in the thing. But people call the Super Bowl, it's the Super Bowl. Well, if your grandfather was a football fan and their team won the championship, you're gonna tell him that it's not as important as a Super Bowl. I mean, imagine if we were 80 years old and we saw the Rams win the Super Bowl in 1951 or 1945, and that was our team. Are you going to tell me that that's not any more important in the, it's just weird how that is, because the 1927 Yankees or the Brooklyn Dodgers, they still count out their championships as the same thing. It's just weird. And I know the NFL merged with the AFC and all that, but still, it's just weird, but it's cool though. The NFL is different. You have a bad game in the Super Bowl, you're done. And you have a bad couple of games in the World Series, you can still come back. So it's different. Rams super fan says, first we got to get through Brady again, and now he has his team. If they have no injuries, it'll be tough. Yeah, Brady's always tough, man. He's a pain in the ass. I thought we retired him, and he comes back. And the guy, why retire? Guy like a Kurt Warner, he's done. He talked to his family. He's a man of his word. If you're not ready to retire, don't retire. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind, but come on, man, pulling a Brett Favre over here. The guy basically for a month was saying he was retired. Then on his podcast says, well, actually, I might not be. Come on, dude. The guy loves the limelight, but whatever. He's a heck of a player, though. You can't take nothing away from him. I'm glad that we smashed him the last 3 times in a row. In my mind, he stole 2 rings from us, and so I know it's not true, but he beat us and took 2 rings from us, so that's why I don't like him too. Graduate 12 says, Ramelia, are you a Dodger, Laker, and USC fan? Have you heard of my boy Eric, aka SC Experience? He is Los Angeles Talks Dodger. Oh, I didn't know. No, thank you for bringing that up to me. No, I don't know about him, but yeah, I've been in Southern California all my life. Dodger fan, Laker fan. My favorite player was Kobe Magic Johnson, and then Kobe Bryant. Very spoiled as a Laker fan. USC football fan, LA Kings fan, LA Ram fan. The Galaxy and the Clippers, I don't really follow them. But yeah, all LA teams. And it's funny because there's like my brother Tommy Huxley, he's a USC fan, but a lot of people have roots in Los Angeles, but there's a lot of teams that are like say Niner fans or Cowboy fans or Raider fans, and they're Dodger fans. So they're even though their football teams are from a different city, they'll be chanting during football season, beat LA, but then they're LA Ram or LA Laker, LA Dodger fans, or it's funny to me, because I'm all LA, but that's cool. That's just sports is funny. But yeah, I don't know about him, but I'll check it out, man. Thank you for pointing him out. I'll check out Eric. Thank you. Tommy actually says the salary cap sucks, man. It does. I wish we could have signed Von. If to me, okay, this is fact. The world is not perfect, but if you have a salary cap and you have 3 main positions, one on defense, let's say 4 positions, your star quarterback that takes most of the money, and then your next best star on offense, your star on defense, and your next best star on defense. On offense, maybe your left tackle you want to keep, but you should be able to have those separate from the salary cap so you can wheel deal the other guys. That way they don't, to give you an idea, the Atlanta Falcons, there's a guy that goes on a show. His name's Tony, and he talks about the Rams, and he's a cool brother. He's one of my friends on the YouTube channel and other channels. But he talks about Jerry Rams is overrated and Matthew Stafford, blah blah blah. I'm like, relax, dude. You're a Falcon fan. What are you talking about? You guys just have they have $40 after trading Matt Ryan. They have Julio Jones. They have $40 million dead cap space, the most in NFL history. Isn't that amazing? And so their greatest quarterback ever, Matt Ryan, who has been a great talent, never won him a Super Bowl. That's unfortunate, but the next year is going to be amazing. He's in the Colts. We'll see what happens, but that's what I was saying about the salary cap. You should be able to. We gave away some capital and draft picks for Von Miller, and we should be able to re-sign him. Like they offered the Bills offered him a deal. We should be able to, um, within the cap structure, match it in a certain way where it doesn't hurt us. We can, we can get close to that, but or whatever. I don't think we would have anyway, but it sucks that we give up capital for somebody and we can't re-sign him because, of all the other stuff that we signed. We shouldn't lose. Like same thing with Sammy Watkins. We had him for like half a year. Would have loved to have brought him back. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. We gave up some capital for him. Why can't we sign him back? It shouldn't. There should be a way where it's not going to hit you on the cap and it's able to be structured out where it doesn't cause such a big blow. If you give up some capital for a guy to bring him in, so that way you're guaranteed if you want him back for another year, you can. So it is what it is. Nothing's perfect. Tom Heffer says, "How about them Lakers, man?" Next question. We've been spoiled, so injuries and Westbrook doesn't fit, and on and on. But yeah, I haven't given up hope. Anytime you have a LeBron James and AD, we get in a run, maybe in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. But we've been spoiled as Laker fans, so we'll see what happens. Tommy actually says with McVay, another ring is possible. I love McVay, man. I know he's not perfect. I'm not saying he's the greatest coach ever, but I love him, man, because I remember where we were with Jeff Fisher, and the guy, and he falls on his sword. Remember all the times with the young quarterback and Jared Goff, where we lose a tough game or he has a bad game, and McVay would fall on his sword and say, I take responsibility for this loss. I didn't get guys in positions where they can be, successful. That's the kind of guy he is and was, and I appreciate it. And I love how he, there's one game when we had Deshaun Jackson, and I think the 49er game, and he runs to the end zone and high fives him. And he's so stoked. I love that. So I love the guy. I remember we were with Jeff Fisher, and we couldn't get over the hump. So he's a breath of fresh air. I love the culture that he's brought. But yeah, I love it. Let's see here. Oh, sorry guys, I'm falling behind in the chat. Tom After says the Green Bay Slackers are 0-4 against the Niners. That's amazing that you guys have it. Oh yeah, you guys are amazing against the Packers, man. It's just like us with the Seahawks. Rams superfan, Niners, I think will be tough. Yeah, they got good talent. For some reason, other teams can beat them. And when we were in our 0-6 streak, we couldn't get them. But we'll see what happens. It's just the way that the thing rolls sometimes. Superfan says, Ram Superfan says, I saw rumors Debo could get traded. Yeah, that was because of all the draft capital that Cheetah got, but the Niners would not do that unless somebody gave him a deal like that. But yeah, there's always but yeah, that's a heck of a haul for Cheetah. Hopefully he'll do good, but that's crazy. That's like Herschel Walker with the Cowboys back in the day when they traded him to the Vikings. Willie Bones says Devontae Adams will be bankrupt the Raiders. Yeah, man, but they want to go all in. So, they have that new stadium. They're going to be exciting. So we'll see what happens. They had to do what they had to do because of the Broncos going all in, and that AFC West with the Chargers, our little brothers that they have to have our rent on time and SoFly. We'll see what happens. It's going to be amazing. AFC. Rams and Dodgers says technically the Packers and the Bears have the most league championships. Yeah, man, it's amazing how the NFL championships they're kind of, they don't really prop them up so much. It's amazing because the championships are championships. But that they do have the most championships. That's a good point. Grinder 12 says, "Don't let the dog bite me." Have not heard The dog bite. Yeah, I got little rugrats, man. If somebody drives up or the mailman comes, they start barking in the background. So they're being good right now. Rams Superfan says Packers could be good again if they draft a wide receiver. Yeah, the draft in the wide receiver class is and then you have Aaron Rodgers is very deep. Willie Bowen says Green Bay Packers were the first team to win the Super Bowl in 1967. Yeah, the Super Bowl. So if we start having teams in Europe or Britain, are they going to call it the World Bowl? And then will they say, hey, the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. You didn't win a World Bowl, whatever will they change the name, but yeah, we'll see. Cause they want, there's talk that the Cardinals are going to play Mexico City, and there's talk that the Rams might have one of their games versus the Cardinals in Mexico City. We're not slated to be, but I can see because we're the Super Bowl champs. We'll see, man. Then we go to London for games. I don't really like that, but we'll see. Rams Superfan says, what team you think will win a lot of rings in the future? Rams have Kroenke and Les Snead, and so it's possible. I really love Mahomes. They kind of blew it though. They could have won another ring, but the offensive line was all in shambles. I see the Bills maybe getting a couple rings with that quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bengals have a chance with that young crew they got. I think those two in the AFC. On the NFC, it's us, the 49ers, if they can break through. Who knows about the Cowboys? And not a few, maybe one. The Bucks are, but for a few rings, I just see those teams. Let's see. Let's see here. Sorry, lost my place. Tommy Huckley says, I was a huge Bulls fan in the 90s. Jordan beat Magic. That was dope. Yeah, man. I was a little bitter on that one because the Lakers weren't even supposed to get to the championship. The Lakers were older, and the Portland Trail Blazers were a young team, and we got them in the championship game. And then we got to the NBA Finals, and Magic was being hand checked by Scottie Pippen all the way down. They didn't call nothing, and then eventually the Lakers won the first game in '91, and then eventually in the third game, I think James Worthy and Byron Scott went out, and Magic ended up going out too, but the games were still one-digit leads into the fourth quarter. If you had a younger Laker team, maybe it would have been a better series. But yeah, Jordan was no slouch, man. Unfortunately, the Lakers got old, and then Magic retired with the HIV announcement, and he came back, but it wasn't the same Laker team, and he was older. So, but yeah, it was a heck of a '90s run. Let's see here. Tom Extra says the Faders aren't going to win Jack in the season. We'll see, man. They're a little better now, though. Rasper fan says Tommy Huxley could be the good year for the Niners. Yeah, they do. They've had a bright future. They just couldn't get over the hump. Tom Exley says Debo ain't going nowhere without the Niners. Would have made. Yeah, he's a beast, Debo. Willie Bowen says, are you a fan of the Anaheim Ducks and LA Chargers and Angels? They're not my teams, but I appreciate them. I give them the Chargers. They're in SoFi Stadium. They're like our little brothers. The Anaheim Ducks, I like the Ducks, but I'm a Kings fan. The Angels, my sisters love the Angels, and my dad. They're props, but I'm a Dodger fan. They represent. If the Dodgers aren't in there, and if they happen to be, I'd root for them. For them to get the hump. But I'm a Kings and Dodger and Ram fan. Tom says Ram Super Bowl fan. I have to believe it to see it, bro. They have been breaking my heart. Yeah, Tommy. It's tough, man. You guys have been on the cusp, but yeah, that's cool. You guys are talking to each other. Thank you guys for coming in. Everyone's respectful. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And Dear Woolworth, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. 160 million is a lot for 33-year-old. He's talking about Von Miller. Thank you, brother. Sorry I fell behind in the chat. Yeah, we couldn't do it, man. I would have loved to have had him back, man. I would have loved to have had him back. Rams Superfan says Rams, I think, are honestly set for way long cause because of Kroenke. So yeah, we're set for this year and the next 2 years because we have Cup signed until then. Stafford's extended. Donald is going to be extended for another 3 or 4 years. Um, Set as far as being competitive. Now, if we can get over the hump and win the Super Bowl, I put my trust in them. So you're right. I believe that as well. I'd say a 3 to 4 hour window where we have to make some tough choices. Maybe Bryce Perkins will be the backup quarterback and be the guy that takes the mantle back. Hopefully, we'll have a couple of Super Bowls or one more. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, the future is very bright. William Boehm says, I agree with you, Super Rams fan. Yes, great points. Let's see. Super Rams says the team is the team I fear is most is the Bucks. Yeah, because the revenge factor and all that. But as long as we do what we're supposed to on offense, I think we'll be fine against anyone. And if our offensive line holds up without Witt, and Akers, it comes back 100% healthy, we'll be fine. Let's see, but that's a good point. Joe Wolfpack says players come to LA to play for McVay. Yes, it's the culture and living in Los Angeles, this beautiful facility. I mean, I'm gonna get off on a tangent again, but I'm already behind the chat. But besides all the great stuff like that, the stadium, we're looking at 134 acres to build a training facility. I can't remember what the city it was, and you guys can help me in the chat. A brand new training facility. Amazing. These, people want to play for organizations like that. I mean, we're second to none. It's like the Jurassic Park guy. We spare no expense. We're going to build a brand new training facility and practice facility for our teams. And amazing, amazing. I wish we'd go through. We would go to grass. Maybe OBJ wouldn't have got hurt in the Super Bowl. I wish we'd go to grass. But it's a faster turf and it's less expensive, and the owners are the owners. But yeah, it's a great point. Drew Wolfpack says Brady will end his career carted off. Hopefully not. I don't like the guy, but I kind of liked how he had the busted lip as he walked off the field and we beat him. But yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully we'll beat him to retire him again. But yeah, I get the sentiment though. Tommy Huxley says the Bucks always have trouble with the Rams. They can't stop your pass. Yeah, it's amazing, Tommy. Like, we have trouble with you guys, and a lot of it's the scheme and the players. Like, we're scheming to not let the ball go over our head, keep things in front of us. We have pass rush, but we don't have big guys. Ashawn Robinson played great down the stretch for the run game, but the Niners offense is to quick strike in the front, and the run game, and we're playing into their hands. So that's one of the reasons on defense that we had problems with them. But then the scheming on defense, they have a great pass rush, but then we roll out of bed and we can play the Seahawks, and we can beat them. It doesn't matter who they have. And and the 49ers struggle against them. It's just weird how that runs. But yeah, same thing with the Bucks. We always play them good. It's weird. Even in the Super Bowl that we lost, people forget. Yeah, we only scored 3 points without Cooper Kupp and with the limping Gurley, but it was 3-3 in the fourth quarter. If we could have had Stafford, we probably would have won. We probably would have squeaked that out. It's 17-16 or 20-16. But it was 3-3 in the fourth quarter of that Super Bowl. I was like, okay. If you would have told me that we held Tom Brady to 3 points going into the fourth quarter, I'd be like, oh, we're going to blow them out, But, it's just weird how football is. Dear Patrick, Joe Wolfpack says, own the Bucks. That's right. Got to keep it that way. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I'm going to catch up on the chat. Believe it or not, I fear the Rams the least, but I give credit where it's due. We're the better team in the NFC Championship. You were the better team in the NFC Championship. Yeah, well, I understand that, Tom, because you guys beat us all those times in a row, and you guys match up. Hey, what's up, my brother CG Ruthless? Sorry, brother, I didn't see you because I'm down in the chat. I'm catching up. What's up, bro? Thank you for coming in. There's another good brother. Check out his channel, CG Ruthless Sports. He's a good dude. My other Niner brother with my Niner brother Tommy Huxley, very passionate Niner fans, and they're good dudes. Brian Smith says Niners swept by Seahawks in Arizona. That's amazing. That's what I'm saying. The Niners have beaten the Rams over and over and over again, except for the championship game, and then they got swept by the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Who figured? Go figure. Rams and Dodgers. I hope the Rams get the Munich, Germany game. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those, but if they do, that'd be cool, man. If they do get it, that'd be cool that you got that. Time X says puppy pack because I can. Dur Wolfpack says that has been decided. No overseas games. Oh, good. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you, Dur Wolfpack. Thank you. North Dallas 40 says, what do you think about winning time? The way they portray the West Magic, the way they portray West Magic, Nixon, and Bus. I haven't seen it. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna see that soon. I didn't know that it was. I see the previews. I didn't know it was airing. I'm gonna watch it, man. I'll let you know about that. I want to see it. Time X says Magic was a hell of a player. I love all those old players. Yeah, man. My favorite player, Magic Johnson. Dur Wolfpack says half of the Bucks D are free agents. Yeah, man. They lost some players. So we'll see what happens. Time X says Bucks secondary is average at best. Yeah, we always have our way with their secondary. And then Tom Hexley says, Rudy, do you think the Sea Chicken sign Cap? Man, I would if I was them for two reasons. I would talk to them, look them in the eye, and say, "Man, are you really all in this, man? If you're willing to give us your all, you want to come back, we'll give you a look." And number two, if he's in shape and he still has it, he look good in the workouts. But also, it'll piss off the 49ers fan base. Who else do you got? But maybe they're trying to rebuild and have a bad record and get a number one pick. So maybe not. Um, Ram Superfan says, don't think after 3 years we will reload and go again because of Kroenke and less need. Kroenke spends the money and is loaded. He's loaded, so I think we'll reload again. Yeah, right now with the Rams fan base in Los Angeles, trying to reestablish it after being gone for 20 plus years, just like when the Rams went to St. Louis, you have to show the fans. There's a lot of us OG Ram fans, Ram fans, but it was loyalty over location. You have to show the fan base that you're going to be trustworthy, that you're going to keep players, and want to win. So yeah, that's a good point with Stan Kroenke. They want to win. They want to establish this fan base. People that are Cowboys fans or Niner fans or Denver fans that are in Southern California, they have sons and daughters and cousins and nephews, and they're young and they see the Rams win the Super Bowl, and they're going to be like, "Hey, I want a Matthew Stafford jersey. I want a Cooper Kupp jersey. I want an Aaron Donald jersey." The next generation of fan base is going to come in Los Angeles as long as you show a winning product. So that's the plan, and that's a good point. It's just going to get stronger. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Durr Wolfpack says AD will get a new contract, and they sign Bobby Wagner next week, and we are done. The rest is dropped. Man, from your lips to God's ears, man. I hope that happens. I would love to have Bobby Wagner. That'll be at a different dimension, and that'll be awesome. Tommy actually says, "Who is your left tackle now?" That's on No Boom. No Boom's our left tackle. He did really decent for us when Whitworth was hurt. He's good as long as he stays healthy. He's really good. It'd be awesome if he can win a Pro Bowl this year, being left tackle. We'll see. Brian Smith says, anybody watching the HBO series Winning Time? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I can't wait for it. I'm going to watch it. I didn't know that was airing. I kept seeing previews. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to watch it. So Dear Patrick says, like I said, Joe Noteboom's our left tackle. Thomas says, why wish an injury and a great comeback? Yeah, that's true, Tom. It's just because we hate Brady. But yeah, that's a good point. We really don't. We just say that, I hope they beat him up. Willie Bowen says, what's the status of tight end Tyler Higbee and safety Jordan Fuller? As far as I know, they're coming back. Jordan Fuller Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, as far as they should be coming back. I would love to have them come back and run. Help us win again. Um, but Willie Bowen says, "What's the status of?" Okay, so you already got that one. I have come to. Tom actually says, "I have come to respect Higby. Definitely a mismatch with great hands." Yeah, Tommy. Tyler Higby is kind of like our poor man's George Kittle in the fact that he's not the same player as George Kittle, but he's a very good blocker and can catch and run after the catch. So he's kind of like our poor man's George Kittle. And but against the Niners, he plays really good normally. But yeah, he's a very good player. We would have loved to have had him in the Super Bowl, man. That would have helped out a great deal. But I love Higby, and he helps block and keep the guys off of Stafford. Dura Wolfpack says, "Will they cut Rapp to save 2.5 million, or will they keep him? What do you think?" Tyler Rapp, he's a young guy. You hate to go on look young guys. 2 million isn't a lot, but it depends if we get like a Bobby Wagner. Um, if we're able to upgrade to like a Matthews or something, and it wouldn't cost much more. I see this probably maybe bringing him back because he's used to our defense and schemes and things like that. So I can see them re-signing him, but it all depends on Bobby Wagner, and the chips will fall. If we get Bobby Wagner or we go a different direction, it's going to depend on three things: how we extend Donald, how we how we how we uh, extend Cup, and and then we'll go from there. But yeah, he's a young guy. He makes me pull my hair out, but he's kind of like a opposite of a ball hawk. Like he's decent athletically, good size, but he's not around the ball. Uh, but yeah, so we'll see. 2.5 isn't a lot of money, but it depends on what we do with the other guys in extending. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I was hoping to come on here with news that Bobby Wagner was a Ram, and we'll see what happens. But uh, Graduate 12 says Kittle's and bits. Yeah, my boy Kittle. And the 49ers are talking about maybe rumors about trading Kittle because he's been injury prone. But I love the guy. The guy's a character. You know, they need to keep all their weapons for Trey Lance, and all this BSing about the Niners going to get this quarterback. I know that they're our rival and we don't like them, but they need to Grandeur 12, you're talking about my Super Bowl stuff. I just got another thing just came on. It's a Super Bowl pin I put on my hat about doing a video about my Super Bowl stuff. I just got a thing. It's been delivered. Surprised my doggies didn't bark when the mail came. Interesting. I got to check that out. But yeah, it's the NFC West is going to be weird this year. The Seahawks are rebuilding. Are the Niners gonna play? Oh, they already said they were. I guess Trey Lance is going to be the number one starter. Who's going to be their backup? They have Suffield. Um, I don't know why they brought in Greasy. I don't know what he can add. I don't know if his dad called in a favor to Kyle Shanahan. Arizona Cardinals are in turmoil. It's a great time to be a Ram fan, a great time for us to be reloaded again. We'll see what happens. But I can see us maybe fighting again for the number one seed and having home field advantage again in the playoffs. Not again, but for most of the playoffs or the all playoffs. So it'd be amazing. So everything's looking great, man. Everyone, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's a Saturday. I said, you know what? Let me go on. I haven't gone on in a while. I hope everybody's doing good with their family. Props to everybody that's come in. Rams and Dodgers says Rams should have kept the home and road uniforms 1970 through 99 and made the Georgian era blue and white the throwbacks. There in the next few years, there's been rumors that that the Rams are going to have alternate jerseys. I heard they're going to have a black jersey. I bought a Ram black jersey, Stafford and Donald. Um, uh, there's rumors that they're going to have different team colors in the next few years. So we'll see what happens. And so, but yeah, we'll see. That's I can see them doing that because kind of like in the '90s, how the Cowboys had the jersey with the star here and different. The Rams are going to have different jerseys and that they're playing with. The bone color was a nice try. I'm not a big fan of the bone color jersey, but it's different. I like the old school, the ones that we won the Super Bowl in. I like that jersey the best. Um, I like that jersey the best. The white with the yellow sleeves. I wish they would bring back the horn on the sleeve, the full horn, but I'm an old guy, so Tommy Hucks this uh, Cliff Dingleberry, the worst coach in the NFC. I thought he was doing better. That they went after that big lead. They beat us, and then they went like this. We'll see what Andrew Travis saying. Is it time to say Ramulators? Yeah, it's about that time, man. I got my sister's birthday party to get to. Um, I got some stuff for her, some Rams gear. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. Brian Smith, AMS. Thank you for letting me know about my muted microphone. Jose JC, the Tribe, thank you. Juice Zone, Will Miller, thank you, brother, for coming in. Rams and Dodgers. Beast Ninja, I missed you, brother. I'm sorry. No, I got you. If I didn't, Beast Ninja 7. Yeah, I did. I think I got you. Rams 2023 champs. Thank you for coming in too, man. I fell behind in the chat and I messed up. Kurt Warner, thank you for coming in. Gerard, I think I missed you. I like the round chance to go back to back this year. Thank you for coming in, man. I'm sorry if I missed you. Jose JC, thank you. Elijah Bounce, thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. Brian Smith again. My guy Willie Bowen, thank you, man. Ivan Romanov from Russia, thank you for coming in, man. That's amazing. You're from Russia, brother. Thank you for coming in. Come in again on my live stream. Check out my videos, brother. Appreciate it. Jonathan Garcia, thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. And Mike Huffman, again, thank you again too. Thank you everyone for coming in. My boys, CG Ruthless Sports and Tommy Huxley, thank you guys for coming in, man. I appreciate it. It was a good Saturday. Cool to talk football and sports. Isaac Frost, thank you for coming in, brother. Great Bengals fan, and thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And let's see here. And Rams fan says, I hope y'all are right. We will win more. And we will always reload because we have Cronky money. Yeah, we will. But yeah, and then the Graduate 12 says, don't forget to listen to Javier the X-Men tomorrow. Oldies versus San Diego Brown Latin. So okay. Sounds good, brother. Good music. But all right, so I appreciate everybody that comes in, man. Thank you so much. It was a great Saturday. Thank you so much. And as we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up.